If you're watching this video, I think it's safe to say that you are interested in mountain biking. Mountain biking is one of the fastest growing sports in America because it has an awesome community and is a sport you and your family can participate in for your entire lives. But if you want to get into mountain biking, there are a few things that you should know about that are fundamental for any and every ride. In this video, I will discuss what equipment is essential to mountain biking, as well as discuss some basic trail safety and etiquette.
Every time you go on a bike ride, you should wear a helmet. Helmets are important to have because they protect your skull and your brain when you crash. Make sure you're wearing your helmet correctly or else there's no point in wearing it. If you can fit more than 2 fingers under the chin strap, the helmet is much too loose and it won't do its job. Many helmets also have a dial on the back. Make sure you tighten this enough so that it's not uncomfortably tight, but the helmet doesn't wiggle around too much when you shake your head.
You should also wear gloves. Gloves are worn to protect your hands in the event that you crash. The types of gloves that you use will depend on your preference. Some people like full-fingered gloves, whereas others prefer fingerless gloves.
You will also want to wear glasses whenever you ride your bike to protect your eyes from dirt or rocks that may be thrown up by your tires. You can use prescription glasses if you have those, but you can also use sunglasses or glasses made specifically for bike riding. It's important to have a place to be able to carry extra tools or food that you want to bring out with you when you ride. Many jerseys have pockets in the back that do a wonderful job at this, but you could also use a saddlebag. Saddlebags clip on under your seat and are great for carrying tools with you on your bike. No matter how short you think your ride is going to be, you must always bring water. One popular way people carry water is by pouring the water into water bottles and then putting these water bottles in bottle cages, which are basically holsters made specifically for water bottles that you can install on the inside of your bike's frame. Another popular way people like to carry water is by using a camelback. A camelback is basically a water skin inside a backpack. You suck on a tube to get the water out. You can carry water in the backpack or you can use a water bottle. Or hey, do both. I'm not going to judge. I do that. It's very nice to have lots of extra water, especially on a hot day or on a long ride. You don't need to do this, but you would be better off if you use certain kinds of shoes when riding. Sneakers are not good for biking. Sneakers are made for running, and the sole of the shoe flares out. This gets in the way on a bike because you can't get your foot positioned properly on the pedal, so you put out less power and have a higher chance of slipping off. Instead of running shoes, wear Vans or other skate shoes when riding. Skate shoes don't flare out like running shoes, so you will be able to get your feet in a good position on the pedal. Of course, you could also use bike shoes like the 510s I use in this video. I would definitely recommend them if you're willing to buy an extra pair of shoes. Elbow pads and knee pads aren't necessary for every ride you do, but they're good to have when you ride places that you know are more difficult for you or when you ride somewhere new. The ones that I use in this video are by the company G-Force. I would definitely recommend these. Especially on longer rides, it's good to carry food with you. It needs to be something light that will also give you energy. Products from the Clif Bar company, like Z-Bars and Clif Duos, are very good for this. I also use blocks. They're not very good for making you not hungry, but they do give you energy. Gels are also good for before and during races.
In case your bike breaks down, you should have some tools with you so you can try to fix the problem. I carry a Park Tool multi-tool, which is a chain breaker and several sizes of Allen wrenches. I also carry tire levers, a tube, and a mini pump in case I get a flat. Wherever you're riding, it's important to know about the trails and the environment you are riding in. Get a map of the trail on your phone or bring a real map with you so you can't get lost. Be sure to read the trail signs. They're there for a reason. Know the names of the trails you ride on or near and watch for danger signs. Know about the plants and animals in the area that may be a danger to you. Is there poison ivy? Have bears been sighted in the area? You should also plan your rides based on the weather. Is there flash flood danger? Is there a heat wave right now? Is it about to rain? Maybe don't go out then. Try to avoid going out alone. Take at least one person with you, even if that person isn't there to ride and is just going to sit in the car while you're out. That way, if you have a mechanical or get lost, there is someone you know who can help you. Carry a walkie-talkie so you can contact one another. If you have to ride alone, tell someone where you're going and how long you think you'll be out riding. Take a phone with you so that you can call someone for help if you end up needing it. When you're out riding, safety is the most important thing. This is why you should never wear earbuds when you're out. Even though it's nice to have music with you while you ride, having music in your ears is distracting and will make it harder to hear anyone riding up behind you or trying to talk to you. What you should be using is a bike bell. You can use a bike bell to warn people that you're coming from behind them or when you're going around blind corners. Also make sure you're looking ahead on the trail so you know what's coming and you have enough time to react. You shouldn't be staring at your front wheel no matter how hard the climb might be. When you're passing another rider, it's the faster rider's responsibility to pass the slower rider safely. If you are the slower rider that someone is trying to pass, move over to the side and slow down so that the other rider can get by. So, not like this.
On your right. Come on, man. On your left.
Instead, it's a bit more like this.
On your left. Thank you.
When you happen to be the person who's passing, call out which side you're passing on and leave a lot of space between yourself and the other rider so you can get by safely. Try to pass on the left, since that is the side most people will be expecting you to pass on. A bike rider riding downhill has to yield to the biker coming uphill. This is because once you've stopped, it is harder to start riding uphill than it is to start riding going downhill.
Move out the way! I said move!
Nobody likes getting stopped. It can really ruin a ride. When you're passing a climbing rider, try to stay out of their way as much as you can.
On your left, watch out.
Hikers are the most common users of multi-use trails. They often walk in the middle of the trail and don't expect a biker to come up behind them. Do not come up behind hikers quickly, especially if young children are present. Kids are more likely to run out in the middle of the trail unexpectedly, and this can cause accidents.
Look, a pine cone.
Whoa, look out!
You almost hit my kid.
Instead, slow down and leave as much space between yourself and the hikers as you can. Make sure to tell them you're there as soon as you possibly can, and keep a close eye on the children while passing. No matter the circumstances, bikers must always and without fail yield to horses. Usually, you will be less likely to meet a horse than you will to meet a hiker or bike rider, but when you do meet horses out on the trails, you have to stop. Horses are very flighty and are likely to spook if a bike just zooms by, especially if they don't realize that that is just a human and it is not a predator attacking them. They often won't realize this and they will just act upon instinct. If you meet a horse on the trail, pull over as soon as you can and say hello so the rider knows you're stopping and the horse hears a human voice. What happens next is up to the equestrian. She may let you ride by slowly, or she may ask you to walk past or wait where you are so she can go by herself. Whatever the equestrian asks you to do it politely and to the best of your ability. That way the horse, the rider, and you are safest. And that's everything you need to know to start mountain biking. This may feel like a lot to remember, but it's way simpler than it sounds and it's way worth it. I hope this information helps you to enjoy mountain biking as much as I do. If you know anyone else who is interested in mountain biking, be sure to share this video with them. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you out on the trails soon.